ever since then, they have not had a single bad war. So it felt like maybe they have just found their form again. But Judo, the first attack in a golden ticket match is starting now.
Rami, their top attacker, leading the charge for TPM Esports. Let's see if he can get an opening 3-star for them. Couple of balloons inside that Warden ability, and the Battle Blimp trying to have an early stab towards that Town Hall with the cloned super minions. All red air bombs?
And this red bomb farm was deadly. It killed, I don't know, 3 or 4 super minions, but maybe he can still pull it around. He's doing great with the invisibilities, and they're targeting the town hall. That is the most important building. Of course, I think he wanted more, probably this multi-inferno and maybe even the monolith, but having this town hall down was probably his biggest worry. So that's very nice to have. And the warden staying alive and helping out a bit also comes in handy, but there's probably more left than he would have hoped for in this situation. So let's see how he can react to this now.
Exactly, and he only has 1 wall break, so he has to use that incredibly wisely, or hope that the Royal Champion can be well protected in that center of the base, where that monolith remains standing. Using the Super Barbarians on the outside to obviously funnel his heroes in. There goes the Royal Champion, whilst the Explodes are tanked, but we're just about ready for that Rage Tower to pop, and this is now huge damage with the monolith being frozen, but he's got no more spells, Maxi.
Yeah, he used this Skelly spell, but I think the 2 raged up multis can kill off these Skellies quite quickly, so the monolith will soon probably target one of his heroes. But I wanted to point out, talking about rage towers, wanted to point out that the warden was actually able to take out the back end rage tower before he died off, so that might come in handy towards the end of this attack. What does not, though, is that all of the heroes are somehow orienting inside the middle of the base, so he might have to react with enforcing with some super barbarians from the left side in order to take out this scatter shot, which he does now. But the queen is under fire, and as you said, no spells, so he just has to pop the ability, and there's a scary looking Tesla farm in the back.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was going to do with the rest of these troops, particularly that Ice Golem, but I feel like he just used it to pop off those outside defenses with the Super Barbarians, and this back-end area with the Tesla and the multi-target Inferno, sorry. Not to mention there's probably a skeleton trap there, is just going to be too deadly.
Yeah, that's right. We can see him using a sneaky, also it's not a sneaky archer, but it was sneaky of him to use an archer there on the right side to take out this builder hut, gaining an extra building and thus an extra percent. There's another archer at the bottom working at this gold storage. Let's see, that's very exciting now. Maybe within 10 seconds it can get it, and he thinks no, so he just stops the attack, which is clever in my opinion, because if it comes down to a tie on stars and percentage, the time might be the deciding factor. But in the end, I would say it's quite a big upset for TPM to have their premium attacker Rami with the 75% hit rate not 3-starring in this golden ticket match.
Yeah, and you've seen from the stats at the start just how much higher his hit rate is than the rest of the team. But as we saw yesterday, it really is a team game. So let's see whether the rest of TPM Esport can step it up. But Darkstar of STRUT will be looking to take an early advantage. And here we have the ring base. Maybe TPM thinking they can throw STRUT off on this one, as we saw yesterday in the Clash Champs War.
Yeah, that has to be at least part of the thought process, so very interesting, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can put up with that. And yeah, Darkstar is going to set the tone here with his attack. Some nice funneling going on here, great zaps also. I think that was very good value. He got a sweeper, a multi-inferno, a rage tower and a ground bow, and probably even 1 or 2 builder huts. Now the triple Ice Golem CC is alright. I think a Hound would have been worse for him, because this way the King can actually work on these Ice Golems without having too much firepower on him. So it's looking like he will get decent value out of his heroes, but Judo, he is not waiting. He's sending in the Ralo right away.
Yeah, sending it very quickly to try and alleviate some damage of his heroes. Try and get those ground expos down ASAP with the Battle Blimp moving through towards the Town Hall. There is the Warden ability, so the Battle Blimp will get there. And with the Rage spell, that should go down as well. Plenty of red air bombs being popped, so that will keep his Lalo safe. But is he going to have enough to get through the back end? He still has a Hound and 8 balloons left to deploy.
Yeah, it's looking incredibly strong in my opinion. He's also still got the Royal Champion. I don't know if she's somewhere underneath these loons or if he yet has to deploy her. But also the Queen is still alive at the top side. And oh, there is the Royal Champion underneath that Warden. And look at that, he's riding into the last couple of defenses. Queen in her ability, taking some of them out. He even has spells left. And he's already going into a relaxed position there in the bottom of his screen because he just 3-starred this base and he realized that. And that was an incredible showing, and it also shows TPM we are not scared of your ring bases.
Ooh, did they decide to put all ring bases just on the off chance they struggled? We will be obviously finding out, but an early lead for STRUT in this golden ticket match. We are at that stage where if they win this, they go to the World Finals in Helsinki. Wow, if the pressure wasn't already enough.
Yeah, there are rare occasions when there's more on the line in a single Clash of Clans match. Probably only the World Finals, I guess. But yeah, Marcelo, the next attacker for TPM. And after their premium attacker, as I called him before, Rami was not able to 3-star. It is now the captain's turn. And we can see him pulling off that nice captain's hat there in the bottom of the screen as well. And Marcelo's coming in with the Queen Charge Lalo. A very skillful attack strategy. But immediately sends the healers into the wizard tower. They got a little bit of damage, but it's still okay unless he would find a red mine farm.
Well, let's hope that he does not. Setting up the funnel a little bit on the left with the Sneaky Goblins for the Barbarian King, and even has the Ground Warden alongside that with his Log Launcher aiming to push in towards the scatter shots in the Eagle, whilst the Archer Queen is just skimming around the other side of the base. So a really interesting approach here, trying to take out as much of this southwest side as possible so that he can fly the Lava Loon right over the top of that Town Hall.
Yeah, that's a very interesting approach, and even though the Unicorn was killed by the Expo, everything is looking good still in the Queen Charge. And the Warden ability is of course a huge investment, so he definitely needs to get this Monolith out of the way. I just don't know if the Lock Launcher can survive long enough so that any troop will go, okay, I didn't say anything. It's already taken down.
Nice invisibility spell there as well for the Archer Queen to push her into that compartment with the multi-target Inferno. So not only is the plan going well, he's able to adapt on the fly as well. And momentarily, he should be starting that Lava Loon, I would think, to try and protect this Queen. Freezes the single target Inferno. Actually, he's going to take the Town Hall with the Archer Queen, so he can Lalo the other side. Interesting.
Yeah, he did not wall break there. I wonder why he brought this wall breaker. Maybe he just thought, okay, well, the Queen will beat through the wall. But 1 minute 20, he should be fine still with the time because he's got more than 50% taken out. Queen working on the tunnel, so he should start the Lalo, in my opinion. I just wonder, maybe he wants to come in from the right side to push his Queen into the... Yeah, okay, that's why he waited. So the Town Hall poison runs out a little bit, and then he can support the Queen with the Lalo. But yes, the healers. Now it might actually be a problem that at the start the Wizard Tower shot away at these healers. Queen ability nice and early, but the Lalo is really slowed down.
Yeah, he caught a couple of red air bombs there, and I thought there was obviously going to be a red air bomb farm right next to the Town Hall. Here's some more. The Lava Hound did actually grab a couple, so I didn't know how many were going to be there. He does lose the healers, but it's all about if he has enough to get through here. If he can get this multi-target Inferno, he might be in with a shot, but with 30 seconds, has he left it too late anyways?
Yeah, and I don't understand what his plan was. In my opinion, the opener looked really good. Then he started to invest maybe a little bit too many balloons into that Queen Charge. If he would have just Lalo'd from the left side after his hero dive there with the Lock Launcher, and then with the help of this Rage and Freeze, he would have easily come into that multi-Inferno and the enemy Royal Champion. I just felt like he wanted too much there from his queen. I mean, the charge already took 2 minutes, and then he still wanted to have the queen work together with the Lalo sent in from the right side. In my opinion, that was just not the right call to kind of have them work together. Instead, he should have started the Lalo from the opposite side, I guess. Also, to be able to finish that base in time. But yeah, maybe something went wrong in the beginning and he was just trying to adapt on the fly. No idea, but in the end, not what they needed at this stage.
Yeah, difficult to say, but anyway, I guess they remain behind in this matchup, and we do have another ring-style base from TPM, so perhaps they are running all bases like this. However, we've got Philip with these Super Dragons. A little bit of a different approach than what we just seen. This is dangerous, though. I think the Super Dragons could either get amazing value, but sometimes they just go crashing to the ground as well on bases like this. So we'll see how he can. We'll see how he can do.
Yeah, that's right. It depends a lot on the splits of the Super Dragons, but I feel like just like E-Dragon players, these attacks are still skill-based, especially when you are on a high, performing on a high level. And I think Philip is experienced, but he finds the Tornado Trap there with his Blimp. Now he needs the troops. Okay, he's got a Yeti Blimp, so he should be able to take out this Town Hall. Yes, he is. And the Super Dragons are nicely pathing around that center and thus avoiding the Town Hall poison. So that is a nice news for him. Still, the question is, do they have enough value so his heroes can finish the rest of the base?
Yeah, he got a good split. I'd say maybe 1 or 2 more key defenses in the middle and it would have looked so different. But with the Monolith, the Royal Champion instantly into danger. It's going to be tricky to finish this one off. Manages to grab a couple of those defenses with the Royal Champion ability, but the Queen not quite stepping into that Monolith so far. Is she going to get that? But before she has to waste her ability, then it's really just that expert with a Super Dragon, though. He might be able to nip that before the heroes get there.
Yeah, it's still looking good, and thankfully that Royal Champion was able to take out the Warden statue, but she did not have a lot of value. What is okay? He's celebrating.
Super Dragon gets it.
If we look at this, there's basically just 2 multi-infernos once that Super Dragon has taken out the ground bow. Even though there's a Rage Spell Tower, I think the Queen with her ability will be able to take care of that. And then he has 1 minute left for just 12 buildings, Judo. And I think that's what he realized when he was pumping his fist. But with Giant Bombs and Skelly Traps, I don't know. There's still a chance for that to fail.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a storage to get through. He doesn't have the Unicorn or anything to heal up his Queen. He's holding on to that Headhunter to try and send it in at the same time and maybe tank the Archer Tower for the Queen here. Thankfully, she's out of range. Does it go? Yeah, it goes to the Headhunter. Come on, Queen. Get that Archer Tower. He's celebrating again because it is the 3-star for Strut. And that puts them 2 stars in the lead after 2 attacks. And they are so close. If they hold it together, they will be getting their golden ticket.
Yes, great job from Philip. Even though it was quite the nail-biter towards the end, he kept his cool, held onto the Headhunter, just as you pointed out, to provide some extra tanking for his Queen, and thus got the 3-star done. And yeah, now a 2-star lead, that is also a big advantage after just 2 attacks. By the way, seeing all those ring bases, I was wondering if maybe we have already seen an Itzu base, or might see one. So Itzu, if you're hearing this, definitely let us know. So let's see, but now let's see what TPM can do, because they really need this 3-star now or never.
They do. Can he truly be the hero? Using the balloons to get a couple of these defenses initially, then we see the Battle Blimp. There it is. No Warden ability, so just trying to take out this area with the Rage Tower and the Scatter Shots, presumably. Seeking Air Mines goes off. Is that where he wanted? He has the Wall Breakers with the Super Archers. Giant Bomb is there, but he's obviously managed to clone and keep many of them alive.
I have no idea why he sent this blimp so early. Like, he sent such a big pack of balloons, and then he sends the blimp so it, first of all, not right behind the loons, and second of all, a little bit too early, so the loons have not even reached the Eagle Artillery, and the blimp actually caught 2 Seeking Air Mines. So I think he got the value in the end that he intended. thankfully, but in my opinion was already a mistake to send the blimp that early.
Well, perhaps the pressure is getting to them, obviously having to deal with the CC troops fairly early on there as well. A couple of ice golems for the heroes. That defending royal champion ready to lock onto the queen. Is he going to send that headhunter in, or does he just wait? Queen takes a little bit of damage there, but manages to get past. He's got plenty of super barbarians, which I'm guessing he's going to, start using up at that 2 o'clock area to force his heroes in towards that town hall. But there certainly is a lot of damage there. He's going to have to use the warden ability at the right time. He doesn't have a rage spell or anything to help through this area.
Yeah, and not a free spell either. So this king being targeted by the monolith will result in the king being taken out at some point, but he uses the warden ability to protect him, unfortunately, then immediately founds the tornado trap, and thus the king was not able to take out the town hall in the ability. He uses the queen ability early, but she steps right into the town hall explosion and town hall poison, but he's still got 14 super barbarians to deploy and a royal champion at good health. Now he needs to time the headhunter perfectly to take care of the enemy queen. Then I think he should have a good chance, especially look at the 6 balloons. He should sprinkle them in now from the left and onto this wizard tower, and this should be the first 3-star for TPM.
Yeah, I wasn't sure why he was holding on to them, to be honest, but just allowing that royal champion to really be the MVP, take out these final few defenses, and that is exactly what TPM needed. Their 3 stars finally on the board. And with 3 attacks left to go for STRUT, TPM could still pull this into their own hands if they get a couple of defenses. Big if.
Yeah, if. And that was definitely a hero move from him to get this 3-star, because it's a life sign from TPM. It's a life sign for his teammates that still need to attack, and it is a life sign towards STRUT, because you tend to feel quite confident, quite safe after having a 2-star lead after just 2 attacks, but still there are 3 more attacks that you can get just 2 stars if something goes wrong. So it is still in the hands of the opponent as well. So you cannot be too sure too early, and I think TPM or TPM's hero might have just grounded them a little bit, telling them, guys, you need to to finish first, you need to finish first. And Rico Torres now is the man to keep their streak going, and he's coming in onto another ring base with a Electro Titan Smash. So they are really switching it up and going through all the different strategies that are available in Digital.
Absolutely, and I feel like STRUT certainly have a lot of experience pushing in legends and just throughout the different metas. A brilliant use of the invisibility spell there to make sure the queen did step in towards the multi-target inferno. Rigatores will be focused and motivated to pick things up from his attack yesterday, which obviously went a little bit south for him. I would say a fantastic start here initially, because, I mean, he's ripped apart the bottom area of the base, identifying that the Flame Flinger can get a lot of value. He set up the funnel with his initial queen charge, recalled her and sending her in with the Titans, and there is no way for them to go but right into the center of that base.
The funnel is really crazy, like second layer funnel so far to the left and to the right, so everything going into the town hall. The Hound will hold back his troops just a little bit. He needs to hold on to this warden ability though, maybe freeze the town hall once. I don't know if, I think it was an Ice Hound exploding, so now the warden ability, and that was beautiful. Also sending in the king at the bottom so he can go around as well. In my opinion, this is looking extremely good.
Fantastic, it certainly is. The Flame Flinger even helped with a couple of those core defenses as well. And I have to point out, I really like as well, just the king on the outside there, trying to help to not force too much in towards that Giga Bomb, because this is the issue. They then just take crippling damage. With the Monolith and the Tesla, he's really got to time his freeze spells and that RC ability correctly, but he's going to have to start freezing now, because there's already a lot of damage here. More skeleton traps pop. He's out of Electro Titans, and the Monolith Got one shot onto the queen, but she did step out of the way. She's going to go down, though. What do you think here, Maxi? What's your analysis?
It's a very tough call. I think he will get it if you need me to say something, but he really needs to time the free spell perfectly, and the Royal Champion cannot find a Skelly trap, and she needs to move to the monolith. Unfortunately, nothing is going like that. She goes the exact opposite way. She's not going towards that monolith, and even though he timed that invis perfectly, my call was completely wrong, but that's all it depends on in a situation like that. If this Royal Champion would have went to the monolith immediately with the help of the Diggy stunning it, she could have finished the base if the time was enough, but this way too much is left standing, and TPM's life sign does have an impact on STRUT, and there is now just a 2-star differential between the two, just a 1-star differential between the two of them.
There certainly is, and I feel so hard for Rigatores there, because I guess that is the one thing about ring bases. They get so unpredictable towards the back end of the base, right? And it's just really tricky to know exactly how things will play out. You really do have to just adjust on the fly. And like you said, sometimes it just doesn't go your way as well. STRUT still in the lead, but with the momentum certainly picking up for TPM, and we've seen 14 Star Wars from them again and again. Every single one of their players has 3-star capabilities. They could certainly be right back in this with another 3-star.
Yeah, that's right. And Juan Joe Fernandez is the man they sent into the ring to do just that now. Another diamond-shaped base here. And he's coming in with a Recall Queen Charge and Super Dragons. A strategy that we've seen a couple of times already. The question at the beginning is always how much value is he seeking with the Queen Charge. In this case, there's a lot of damage coming in, and he will lure the Clan Castle. So let's see how early he will recall her. Okay.
Oh, very. Just gets the air defense and out of there. Does not want to lure the CC and does not want to get into any danger. So let's figure out what happens from here. The Queen will obviously pick that air defense, get a little bit of funneling. Super Dragon's already in. Now with the balloons, he's got the Stone Slammer because the Town Hall is right there. He's not going to need the Battle Blimp. I think he did take a couple of Seeking Air Mine hits to the Super Dragon, so he loses one of them early on before that Warden ability. Stone Slammer going to move around the Town Hall. The Super Dragons should get it. It's really how easily they can get through the poison though, Max. Oh my, wait a second.
Yeah, if they can get through the Town Hall, that is first. He needs to freeze. Yeah, good freeze there. And this raged up Super Dragon should be able to take it. Okay, I think he didn't need that free spell, but okay, sometimes better safe than sorry, of course. But now the scatter shot would be really nice to have. Okay, that is good. Does the Warden have the Phoenix on him? No, he does not. So Warden cannot take out a multi-inferno in the base. Usually it's best to have the Phoenix on a Warden in an air type of attack, because if you want to get as much as possible in the inside of the base, really take out the center of it, then sometimes this last shots on the multi-inferno can be worth a lot. Now he tries to send in a Royal Champion, and she does target the Tesla, but once more a Royal Champion finds a skeleton farm.
Yeah, which is going to slow him down a lot. He still does have the King ability and the Phoenix on the King as well, so he's going to be able to get a lot of value. I feel if he can get this scatter shot, the King can get access into that bottom area of the base. He could still get this with 1 minute remaining. There is the King ability because the scatter shot has gone down. There is no splash damage, and here we go, Maxi. Really putting the pressure on STRUT here with just 2 attacks from them remaining. TPM stepping up the pressure. They want that golden ticket, obviously. Another 3-star. Oh my goodness. What can you say at this point? If you couldn't step things up before this war, now it is hyped even more.
Yes, for sure, and we can see him sending some signals to his fans at home. Maybe his number 1 fan there. He sent an A with a heart. Beautiful stuff there from Juanjo, and a great 3-star to get his team back on track. And I said it before, it was a life sign, and the life sign also reached his hero's teammates, and now it is actually, yeah, as you said, back in STRUT's corner, and Musk now needs needs to 3-star to keep the score even.
He certainly does. Mask has been in this situation a few times where the pressure is on. I really hope he can hold it together here. You'll hopefully be able to see him momentarily. 6 lightning spells with that Earthquake and the Electro Titans. Getting pretty good value there initially, but obviously just damaging that multi-target Inferno, Maxi.
Yeah, that's right. And if I saw this correctly, he zapped first and then he sent in the Warden, which is usually what you don't do, because you want the Warden to do some damage already, and then you do the zaps while he is still doing that, already doing that.
Time efficient.
But I might have seen this wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, I think he's not going for a long Warden walk because he's funneled 2 layers already, so he will shortly send in the other troops. Yeah, there go the Electro Titans. Warden follows to the top, and a little bit like the entry from Rigo Torres around one of the corners. But interestingly, now we do not see a ring base anymore. This is more like a diamond-shaped base, but with a quite centralized town hall. So at this point, does he have a blimp? Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say, how is he going to get into the town hall? But there's the blimp flying from the top side. He's delaying the Warden ability, which is good because there's a sweep up pushing the blimp away from the town hall, which he freezes. And now it's all about the town hall takedown in the rage.
He used an invisibility there as well, interestingly. So the Yetis push away from the town hall, but they're just going to go down instantly. Is there any reason you think he used that?
I didn't understand it, to be honest, but it might be something that I just don't know that the pros these days do. But in my opinion, it also actually rather hurt him because the Yetis did not go to the defenses that were closest to where they were dropped out of the blimp, and thus they actually found the tornado trap, and the Yeti mites were caught, and he did not get any additional value. So in the end, it was not the right choice, but you know, we don't want to. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders right here. Let's just put it that way. Golden ticket on the line. TPM bringing in 3 stars again and again. I did just hear the Royal Champion, I believe, getting deployed. There she is, coming from the right side, so straight across to the scatter shot. He still does have a freeze, the Queen ability and the Royal Champion with Super Barbarians on the outside. This still looks pretty good, Maxi. There's the Phoenix on the King, so he continues to tank at this point for the Monolith. There's the freeze, and with the hero abilities, Mask is going to get the 3-star to keep Strut in the lead. Smiles all around, and they are 1 attack away from a golden ticket.
I don't know. Did he also just form an A with his fingers? I really need to talk to them afterwards and ask what this was for, if that had something to do with what Banjo was doing. But yeah, great stuff from Mask. In the end, everything worked out exactly as he wanted. He got the 3-star, and that's the answer that Strut needed to give to TPM because they maintained their 1-star lead, and now the pressure is really on to Mohamed Maurawi, because if he is not able to 3-star, Strut will have an easy, it's quite an easy time to finish this with just a 2-star and will still get the golden ticket. Because we have to remember that all of the time, guys. This is for the golden ticket. So Mohamed Maurawi is now attacking for a golden ticket if he can 3-star. So fingers crossed for him.
Fingers crossed indeed. The Struts still have this in their hands, so they will just be aiming to finish strong either way. I really like the saving of healers there initially. That shows composure, not necessarily feeling the pressure as much, I would say. Hog Riders snipe that air defense and help with the funnel for the Archer Queen. Headhunter quickly gets the enemy queen. Lots of defending CC troops come across, so he does have to freeze. Very nice there to protect that queen ability. And he can breathe a sigh of relief as she steps a little bit further in. She's still taking a lot of damage. Here we go.
Yes, and she needs to take out this multi quickly because it's on his healers, and now super minions come out. They are raged up, so he needs to poison. Okay, and also he wasted a wall breaker early on, so I wonder if he's able to use this one wall breaker that he has left to get into the core, into that rage tower, because that's, I think, what he is aiming for.
Well, right, yeah, I mean, they would just go to the elixir storage at the moment, I feel, so he was just a little bit stuck as to when to use it, I guess. Maybe, I mean, Oh, I was just about to say, he's got to be careful with that Warden statue on the Queen, waiting until that Expo goes down, and then he can try and use it to give her access in towards them. Oh, but I didn't get there, Maxi! Oh, no! That is huge!
Yeah, and that was very negligent, to be honest. There were 2-point defenses, and the Queen was not tanking them, and he just sensed that it was the exact same mistake he did at the very start, and this might cost him in this attack, because the Town Hall is about to be activated, and he will be able to use a nice Warden ability over it to secure the takedown, but the Queen is already down now, and she could have gotten so much more value. Now it's up to the Royal Champion and the balloons. But there, I mean, he still has a chance. There's a Stone Slammer in the mix, the Royal Champion. But come on, Royal Champion! Oh no, the multi has
He turned the multi invisible.
Yeah.
And that could just be the end of it, because, I mean, maybe the balloons can get there. Like you said, it has 1 HP, but they are just beaming on those balloons all the time. He's still got the owl. He's got the one, and he gets it! No way! 36 seconds. The Barbarian King and the Skeletons. Can they distract the minions enough? Because he has 4 storages and the Clan Castle to get through. This is such a nervous finish here for TPM Esports. He's done all he can do. He can just sit and watch it out.
But there's so little time left, and one of the minions is even on the King. And I fear that it's just going to fall short 1 or 2 buildings. Oh no, the Dark Elixir
98.
storage. It's low.
Wait a second, the
Come
owl's
on.
chaining. Come
One
on,
shot.
No. 99%. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. That must hurt. Oh. He's going to play that in his head
building.
over and over.
Maybe if he, like you said, had have saved that wall breaker. I mean, there's probably just so many things he could have done. But in that situation, you've got to say, I mean, under that pressure, you can't replicate that. Strut with the captain asked, now just needing the 2 stars to guarantee victory and move across to the grand finals in Helsinki. Here we go. It's another ring style base, but I mean, at this point, Maxi, you are just pushing everything to that town hall. You're not going for the 3-star. Surely not, right?
I should hope so, but I mean, if there is a base type that can defend a 2-star, it's an anti-2-star base, a ring base. So a theoretical chance for TPM is still there, but let's see if the experience that Ast brings to the table does pay off. What does he have? He does not have a blimp at this moment. He has a flame flinger. I don't know if he has put it down on the top side already to funnel so he can push his Electro Titans inside of the core. It doesn't look like it, so he might switch to a blimp. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. He switches to a blimp. He's got a sweeper at the bottom of the town hall, so he needs to wait a little bit to angle the blimp a little bit. Yeah, more from the top side. That's what he does. Found the black mine already. And this is for the golden ticket, Judo Sloth. Early warden ability. Please, Ast, invest all your spell into that town hall.
The tornado's there. Why do you do this to us, Ast? With the rage, the freeze on the town hall. Come on, surely. Yeah, he's got the town hall. 49.50.
Golden ticket secured!
Oh, Strut. Golden ticket is in their hands. Ast has done what he needs to do. I mean, he can set his device down now, but I am sure he's going for that 3-star, because if you look at this base, Maxi, he's got all the hero abilities. He didn't only just want the 2-star, he wanted the 3 all along.